as we are once again alive upon the internet. And yeah, we're doing an IKEA After Dark late edition. As yeah, I just got home and I want to PTS. Otherwise, I will get PTSD. Right, so instead, let's fill up on our PTSing needs a little bit. Likely won't be going super long because I'm super tired, but yeah, it'll be fine. Oh, it's a very recent save actually, because this is after I was expecting the save to be, although well, not like super recent. Actually, when is the snapshot from? At the very least, it is after Tuesday. So is this a snapshot taken Thursday then?
Safe area detected.
The easy answer. Oh, the level up's happening. It's actually annoying that the level is up for that. Oh, yeah. So this must be from Thursday then. Yeah. Impressive. This is a really recent save. Because yeah, the outfit kind of gave it away because I bought this on Tuesday, seeing it was available Tuesday. So couldn't have been from before. And I hated this. And then it is PA. Just wake up. No, I just haven't gone to bed yet. Actually, is the smart thing would have been to just go to bed and just be fresh tomorrow and just do things tomorrow. But no, I just came home from work, so.
True Sun's got me pinned. I need backup. Anyone, please respond.
A mutiny tutorial. Yeah, let's go be tutorialized upon mutiny. I feel I know how to mutiny. You just go. Basically, whoever's the boss, and then you go like, you're no longer the boss, I am now boss. Look at me, I am the captain now. I guess it's always gonna take there then. Let's actually have a look at this for a second, because actually, I should maybe pulled up the patch notes as well. I haven't read the patch notes either. I did see them going up yesterday, but yeah, kind of got super busy. That's also why yesterday actually we didn't stream, as there was suddenly had to jump in for somebody else, and that kind of sucked. So yeah, we have the command link thing, modifier key, plus you want to come in, damage and kill the same enemy. How interesting. 25 crit chance. Is this cap raising crit chance? I don't think it is it? Needs to move to order plus 20. Interesting. So you can just make them cover to cover for reload speed. Kill an attacking enemy. Kill an enemy attacking the other. Interesting. 5 seconds. All of these are pretty short. This crit chance is kind of the longest out of the bunch. Hey, bonus armor, but then not infinite. There you go. Okay. Commanding kills an enemy without your help or command. Again, just get command thing. So yeah, aim plus modifier, holds modifier with a valid cover selected modifier. Okay, cover to covering. Co-op rules. Only one companion can be active for the group at a time. Swap in yours after the 30-second lock period expires. Crossfire kill, buddy aid and assist, and collateral kills. Any player can trigger these actions and receive the corresponding combat bonuses and command link progress. Is these group wide when triggered? I'm guessing not, right? We just are each separate towards this. Yeah, we need to go get our buddies. Cleanses. That might be interesting. I wonder if it's then also just 100% hazard immunity, basically. And I have a bunch of catching up to do, so we'll take our time to do that, though. So weak points and weak skill process for 20 seconds. Yeah. Command link cost. Okay. And yeah, all of the passives. Maybe I should get you up here for a second. It's gonna make error so good. I'm gonna guess you mean brand set, right? More so. Yeah, the brand is definitely, well, it's gonna be the general meta coming up. Basically, wherever we roll obliterate, we're gonna roll now with that new name chest. That's obvious. And then yeah, we have to actually see. It's still yeah, I'm very surprised that they broke their own kind of rule set for brand sets like that. And thank you so much, Dave, for subscribing. As always, much appreciated. And yeah, thank you very much for helping us make silly decisions like buying all of the apparels and such. Just so we can be a sexy hyena. Because yeah, who doesn't want to be a sexy hyena? But yeah, thank you very much for your support there. I need the dag. I need unexpected stream. Well, as I was saying as well, like Wednesday, just think maybe that I would jump on if I get home early enough and I don't feel dead. I do feel dead, but I got home early-ish enough to likely do like a few hours here. And also, I wanna jump into your joke there, Funky, got automated because it didn't like the word hoe. But yeah, it is. We'll allow it there. We'll allow some hoes as indeed. Why does Santa have 3 gardens? So he can ho. Indeed. And then that joke was way too woke / unwoke / political / unpolitical. Had to be banned. Yeah. And they did that. Yeah, so when a commanding gunner uses their active, 35% bonus armor for 10 seconds. If your commandant takes more than 30% damage in 10 seconds, they heal 30% armor and gain plus 25% rate of fire for 10 seconds with a 15-second cooldown. When you arrive, your companion allies within 10 meters heal 40% armor and gain plus 20% weapon handling for 10 seconds. Your companion is targeted by 3 or more enemies that receive 3% armor regen for 10 seconds. Using an armor kit heals your companion for 70% and boosts their movement speed by 20% for 5 seconds. Okay, just bunch of stuff for our allies, which I don't care about them. Well, your allies' companion's active is running. They take 40% less damage. Yeah, so for some of those actives, but so far, this active for the bonus armor. This is the rest of it is all for. Well, here we can get some weapon handling, but let's go to tactics. After your companion users are active, you both gain plus 20% movement speed and 15%. I'm guessing the other one is for. Why is there 2 numbers? PvP? Nah, I mean, you can't have the modifier in PvP, but what's the second number for the ally, I'm guessing? For 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Okay, so yeah, boost for 10 seconds when, yeah, this will be one of the go-tos. I feel like instantly just trigger the active, get yourself some rate of fire, 50% chance to instantly gain 50% command link after your companion uses their active. Your companion active gains plus 50% range. That's likely for the healing thing will be nice. Your command link buff duration lasts 50% longer. I totally understand what that means. Command links build up 12% faster. That's just speed on that. When you and your companion aim at the same target, you both gain 15% headshot damage. A damage component, but a minor one. After your companion throws a grenade, your next grenade within 10 seconds gains plus 35% damage and 30% radius. Can we control them to throw grenades? Your companion deals plus 20% damage to status affected enemies. Well, I feel OD with that. We're already on multi-directives. That's an easy pick. That's an easy target. Every 6 kills by your companion instantly reloads your weapon and grants 30 high-velocity rounds. Minor but useful. When your companion uses their active, your skill cooldowns are reduced by 15%. 15% isn't a lot. Using any skill within 10 meters of your companion grants plus 1 skill tier and plus 20 skill proficiency for 10 seconds. Does just deploying shields count for this? Because that could be somewhat useful as an easy thing. When you pulse enemies, your companion gains plus 20% damage against pulsed enemies. Okay. So a bunch of bonuses for our... How effective is our companion? That really depends on that. Like, how actually effective are they? We'll go and find out. We'll just go and run them. Nee, Rob. En morgen. Indeed. Oh, well, it is actually nachten. I instead of sleeping, I am here as I am kind of beat, but it's fine. Where's one of my Heartbreaker stacks? That's in a different season. I feel that was by the teeth. Yeah, let's go and go do the intro mission. It really wants me to. You know, I kind of this is cool. Do I really have okay? Because it's just, is it exactly so? Okay. Oh yeah, so they just took the square and just added some flames onto it. Did you 4? Is it 4? Was it always 4? Okay, yeah. I like the mutiny icon. That's a creative way of... It's so similar that you wouldn't even really notice unless you're paying attention. But yeah, let's go help our friend over here. And then our friend can help us everywhere else. Oh, that's the hostile modifiers. Actually, I haven't looked at them yet. It's an interesting looking effect at the very least. Can you die? You can. Yeah, you can. So it's fine. Oh, audio is broken. Let's fix that. Hello? Windows? Tried searching and it just didn't. And now everything should be fine. Yes. That one's annoying always. Well, I tried there just hitting Windows button and then starting typing, but like, why did it actually, yeah. It got stuck in, like, I didn't want to load it. Protect the defector. Okay, first question I have.
Gonna use that cover to flank.
Good for you. First question I have, can you fail this?
Shit! Gotta switch mag! Yeah, winged him!
Moving.
Behind that cover, he's flanking!
Oh, this is gonna get old, like, super fast. Did this guy go to brief Schaefer instead of yelling into my ear?
Guess you weren't in cover!
This is not how there always are gonna be, right? Because otherwise I feel dialogue volume is going to zero
Think the
pretty quick.
division would ever have my back? Guess times are changing.
The times they are a-changing. Long range operator. 20% for every 20 meters distance. Interesting. Immune to damage over time effect. Okay. All critical moves there, and you can switch between them like any other Isaac modifier. Spearing the head. You're my companion now. How close do you stay to me? Yeah, so can I... Could you... Maybe because it's not in combat. Yeah, let's actually put on some passives as well. Why not? So that one definitely is an obvious pick, I feel. Buff durations. But which command links buff? Maybe some of those other ones have as like companion stats, maybe or something like that. I'm guessing. Oh yeah, let me catch up here. Oh, from this season. Actually, I should read what they are. I've already completely forgotten everything about the PTS and stuff. Reviving, yeah. Let's just take, oh yeah. Yeah, it's not how that works. I need to go into the different slot to equip stuff. Yeah, what are the some modifiers? Oh, Jammer. Hit an enemy who slows command link game by 75% and disables passive modifiers until they've found an eliminated counter command your companion to attack or close in to reveal the Jammer, eliminate to restore abilities and gain plus 35 skill haste, 25 seconds on kill triggers. Trigger a 15 meter EMP blast on their location, I'm guessing, right? Commander, heavily armored enemies, damage resistances, damage buff, who buffs 3 nearby allies within 20 meters with 10% damage, counter keep crossfire with your companion to strip damage reduction and make commander vulnerable, killing him disrupts buffed allies and grants plus 10 crit damage for 10 seconds. 40% damage reduction. So is this one that one that we saw there? I'm guessing. That's the radius that it shows then, right? Two links enemies share 50% damage resistance and healing. Counter damage both within 3 seconds to break the link and trigger a 6-second vulnerability window. Finish them for 5% armor regen per second for 10 seconds. What? That's half your armor bar. Do we get 50% for each of the kills? Guess we'll find out. Oh, yeah. Come with me if you want to either live or die. I don't know. Can you die? Any enemies here? Why are we just... Let's just go for something. Let's go over here. Linux this is not bad. Yeah, it's getting more and more doable, especially as well with, for instance, a lot of games working there with, for instance, The Division. Does this activate the second I leave here?
Detected from the control point in proximity.
Oh, I'm still in the shared space, of course. Oh, well, not in the shared space, but I'm in the safe space. Oh. Suddenly. And yeah, we finally have a follower. How effective are you?
Shoot anything that
Direct hit! Like a clone! Just lie down and die!
Can I turn off my walkie-talkie?
Reloading! Cover me! Hit their flank! Yeah, winged him!
Thanks for letting me know, sir.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Going for that car! Can't see for shit! They're so hiding from us! No!
Access key.
Wait, was that one of the... oh. That's gonna happen a lot. Wait, why doesn't he have a green health bar at all times above his head? I mean, yeah, he has a green light, but I need a health bar, otherwise I'm gonna shoot him over and over again. Which, I mean, spy. We'll get used to it. So yeah. I feel dialogue volume is going to 0 for this entire season. That's I would be finer if it wasn't like direct comms, if it was just this guy yelling. So two unique orange traits are usually the best ones with glass canvas. Daredevil. Okay. Oh, there's orange ones. I mean, yeah, the thing's gonna become just finding the best, you know, whatever is considered the meta. And then just, you know.
Enemies on the flank!
Hostile control point identified. Incoming hostiles detected.
Get to work and cover! Lost the guy. Taking heat!
Yeah, how effective are you? You deal with this for a second.
Reloading! Take that!
Access key detected.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I feel they could limit his verboseness by like 100%. But let's say maybe 99%. Sir, could you... Wait, it's how am I don't want you to...
Get back!
This is a downside. We only have one, but why?
Cover!
Is it ADS? Okay.
Now you'll think twice.
I will think twice.
Tango down!
Not about the things you're worried about. At least he's quiet out of combat. He's not trying to make small talk, at least. Oh yeah, so he has that is that command link thing. So this guy has a rocket launcher, the support guy has a support thingy. So I can use that. Actually, let's go use that here. So you basically build that up. You have to build up the active, basically. Because you can command them around and stuff with the T button, and then once it's full, you can press and hold for an action. Which in this guy should be a rocket launcher. Let's see how effective launching rockets is. Can enemies spot?
I gotta reload!
Oh,
Gotta
do
use
you
that cover to flank.
do you actually engage like that? Okay. Okay, that was not very effective. I'm gonna put that in the not very effective category. And I'm gonna guess actually like the support station is likely the nice one, isn't it?
Medical assistance needed.
Because I could just heal me here. Yeah, actually, you know what? How
Yeah,
about
wing them!
you go for that? So don't really have a.
Damn it! Engaging hostiles!
Wait, it counts as my damage? Does it scale off of my damage?
Gotta fall back!
What's the damage calculation for this guy
What the?
based on?
Take that!
Especially things like, does my glass apply here?
Vital signs
He's
critical.
flanking us! Huh?
Indeed.
Guess you weren't in cover! Blast that off, hyena!
Heavily armored hostile detected. Serious trauma detected.
Moving around the side!
Agent incapacitated.
I'm reloading! Direct hit!
I mean, that's about a little bit more than
They're in here!
well, actually no, it's a little bit less than like a drone's turret.
They're too
That's in the
close.
300k range. This guy's doing like 200 something. But then also actually, wait, do you crit?
Shit! Just lie down and die! I lost track of him!
Not sure yet. I'm curious what his numbers are based on then. Because it will be interesting if we have transitive properties, seeing as it's showing its damage as it is, as if it is mine.
Going for that car!
Because that could be very much a last season.
Target down!
Can I make this guy shoot stuff at the range? Likely not, right? While I'm in the safe house or while I'm in the White House, he's not there. The bazooka indeed. Let's try. Actually, yeah, it's charged up again. We'll try using the bazooka here again. Good thing he doesn't have a bazooki. You know, the horn thing.
Hostile control point nearby.
So read those. I saw the one. Yeah, I actually said did see all the DMs and stuff, but I was reading them on the metro on the way home. Yeah, sorry for not responding, but yeah, this kind of works. But also, yeah, we'll figure it out anyway. Yeah, I have no idea either. Well, we can figure that out. That shouldn't be too hard. Because he seems to be very consistent in the hits in the same way we are, so there doesn't seem to be variance. Turbine, supply line, no escape. I think it makes some ROP. Yeah, actually, if his damage is okay, maybe leaning into the damage for this guy might be worth it. Although I feel just auto revive, like that support guy is likely the one I'm gonna lean the most towards. I feel like just having a pocket healer is like seems pretty good. No, that would be annoying. Yeah, I feel it's very much a season of just going in here and turning this off. He is affected by this, right? We shall name him George. Well, more just because it's showing his damage as my damage. I'd be curious to see what would and wouldn't affect that, because I'm guessing underneath all this, likely he's effectively a drone, right? And then with just the model over it and then like the traits that this guy have. You better shut up, Steve. Yeah. Let's see if we did shut him up. Oh, wait. Oh, it's an engineer. Okay. It was like USA, Ayusa. You know what you should do? You know what? That's not effective. That's like 6 million though. That wasn't that much. What? They released their soul? What was that? Guessing hostile modifier, but that looked kind of impressive. Trust him. He's an engineer. 50% threat generation and minus 50% armor. And totally gonna take you and then replace you in a minute. Does that mean I have now you too? Does it show their traits here? Oh, okay. Yeah. What is the leveling system actually doing here? Does it show? Just likely this goes up, I'm guessing. Oh, their base damage is based off of this likely then. Oh, that was just capturing. Why did my level go up? Guessing, yeah, this guy's a shotgun though, so yeah, let's stick with the assault guy for a second. Oh yeah, we don't need to loot. Gee, retaliation is just retaliation still, right? Yeah. Oh, there wasn't any retaliation blueprint changes, right? So I should go look at the crafting and actually let's get the new weapons and stuff. Spawn which responsible there's yeah. Well, we likely they'll have a spawn timer and just that'll be a random encounter, right? Effectively. Is that the companion Giza? Indeed. And either human. As they were messing around with the companions a little bit. It's annoying that we can't have them at the range. Or maybe can I have them at the range? The range is not per se the same as here, right? So. No? Damn. I guess we have to do it in the open. Let's go see. For 2 turns. Exactly. 1 engineer, 2 drones. 2 drones, 1 engineer. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm balanced just play. Yeah. So, yeah. Actually, yeah, we should try. Yeah, I was gonna go get the where we're at here already. Let's just check this real quick. How about you go and shoot that guy? Where's the mini tank actually? And why is his damage number going up by, like, why is his damage number not consistent actually? The passives, I'm guessing. Also, it doesn't seem to have anything to do with his actual animation. Getting damage numbers when... Okay, so now it's 238. Stop shooting me. Why doesn't that work then? I guess I'll use my hive. Okay. Oh, that's my bestie there. I'm like... Did you shoot some stuff? Yeah, why is his number so inconsistent? It's just post-kill he gets a buff or something? So 183 right now. 238. What was the other one? But now it's 305. That's 314. Range might have something to do with it too. Landing 0 shots. I'll take some getting used to. You have to ADS to attack, and you have to... How do I just go follow me? So why are you so inconsistent? Oh, it does 20% more if it's out of range. Oh yeah. So 238. 38. I get the feeling, yeah, that is 30%, right? We get real close. Closer. Okay. Just so, there we go. 183 433 times 1.3 is 238, which was the other number. So this is the season of glass. No, 238, 463, 462.9. So I'm calling this the season of glass. And actually, yeah, that I don't think they really even have a real way of dealing with that, even as long as the sourcing is true me. They really don't have a way of altering that for glass. Oh, yeah, let me catch up here. As a YouTube build. Oh, yeah. Although, well, better than some YouTube builds, still. You know. Another way to land one. Yeah, it is. There is, but, you know, as with a lot of companions and stuff in a lot of games. They, you know, sometimes they listen a little bit too much to some Rage Against the Machine, and then you go like, hey, do this thing for me, and they just go like, fuck you, I want to do what you tell me. Some of those that do Division are the same that joined Keener. Those that get revived get justified. Yeah. Yeah, and there's a little bit of clunkiness, although that's just getting used to it. So if you just basically press T without, that's a movement command. If you're ADSing, then you're doing attack this kind of commands. But I'll just take some getting used to. At least that's an easy part indeed. I wonder if other things like overdogs have transitive properties here as well. Likely overdogs will. Does OD apply? That's a lot of testing to do there. I mean, we'll just go through it one by one. So knowing that we can't do it at the range and we have to do it out in the open world. The mini warhounds would be a good way, actually. So those bounties will come in handy. The mini warhounds will be a good way to test here because we can just set them loose on it and and just swap gear in and out and don't show. Yeah, indeed, with a pocket full of shells. We rally around a Bentley. Commands wheel to give them more specific commands. Yeah, the thing is though that they're trying to not, because yeah, keep in mind that something like that would require now, you know, on the PC sense it will work kind of, but on controller, this is already like a D-pad up, and now you have to do D-pad up and then like joystick for radio. Well, that would still kind of work, but or it's D-pad somewhere, right? It's D-pad to the direction. So they're trying to just limit it to one button, which yeah, definitely kind of hurts the system. Something like that. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if in the future we get some companions, and maybe they just, for balancing purposes, maybe they take a skill slot. And if they take a skill slot as well, you can. Although, well, you would kind of need to because the modifier would still require the other button. So, but yeah, we'll see where that goes. ADS and T, yeah. So yeah, it's basically yeah, ADSing and T is like attack. Without ADS, it's just move, and then long press is the special. Yes, is the sheriff. Sheriff, I don't think was that. Oh, the shotgun. Oh yeah. Speaking of, gives all the other stuff as well. And yeah, unit alloys. Yeah. I feel this is very much like a poster child of power creep. 5% rate of fire is way more than any of the bonuses we have now. And then especially for ARs, yeah, if you're going that, because already what you have is, you know, you have a double split of like Fenris. You could see this as like 10% assault rifle damage. The way we see it for, you know, rifles and such. So just like with Zvia. But then the first piece isn't rate of fire, because now you can see this as each step. If you just take the two piece, each step is 10% assault rifle damage and 2.5% rate of fire, which is just too good for each piece. There's like all the useless stuff there as well. Although useless. And yeah. And it's a bittersweet symphony called life. And yeah, we have some bacon. The skill doesn't count as an ally as well, right? Ally is this and skill is this. And you get both. Oh, no, okay, so yeah. Oh, yeah, no, actually I totally forgot about this line. Only the highest group of buffs can be active at one time. So at most, it is 20 crit damage, 10 skill efficiency, and 1% armor. It's a chess talent, though. It's asking a lot. And yeah. I shot the sheriff. Building the base with base stats, yeah. Why isn't the base stats yellow? So an always on 35% weapon damage. Thing is though, why doesn't this have mods? Because this now is not 35% weapon damage on top, right? Because the base is the base 30%, 35% higher? Let's go find that. We'll play around with the brand set and gear set tomorrow. Like that's gonna be too much to want to do today. But yeah, we'll take the equalizer. And the salvo. Oh yeah, actually I totally forgot to have the we have these as well, right? Propped and locked down. To ensnared enemies. It is an interesting piece. Like running this alongside of a foam eclipse, but then also like if the foam eclipse fails, now you have a big problem because like on top of a foam going into Narnia, now you also don't have your damage bonuses. Oh, and Heater, and hello there, hello. And yeah, welcome in raiders. As yeah, thank you very much for the raid there. I hope you had a great stream. And welcome in. As over here, I'm catching up a little bit on the PTS. Let's make sure we get a shout out there. As yeah, today, as so often on the first day of the PTS, I have to work, so I didn't get to jump in right away. As I was away at work and kind of coming back now. I haven't even really read the patch notes. So I'm kind of catching up, like live. We're pulling one of those fuck it, we'll do it live moments. And either Hitman, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. And I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday so far and is looking forward to their weekend. Actually, for me as well, this weekend is actually pretty relaxed as far as it goes. So I'll get to jump on quite a bit. And yeah, with the amount of stuff we have to go through, that'll be needed. What do you think about these equalizer chests for tipping skills? I mean, the equalizer chest for everything. Like, why? If you're going obliterate, you're going this new chest. Especially as well, actually, there, because even though Cheska beat Petrov by like a tiny bit, still, just this brand bonus is kicking everybody's ass. 5% rate of fire is more than Cheska. Be curious actually to see what this would need to be balanced. And I might actually put that out as a suggestion through some channels. The very few that I have. Yeah, let me make sure I caught up on everything. So it's almost bugged too. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, if it's in a broken state or something, you know, it's kind of in the way of the thingy of the. I literally made the video on it today, and I've already forgotten the name. Blacklister. I mean, yeah, broken stuff is broken. I'll play around with it though. For the One Piece, something non-damage related. Like, yeah, the philosophy of all of these brands, it's kind of same with like Lengmo, right? We have non-damage thing, and then the LMG one, and then the LMG basically covers for the other two stats. That was my facepalm when they initially showed this new brand. Was if you're putting 20% on the assault rifle damage on the second piece, that first piece has to be something utility wise, and they could have gone with something like PFE or something. And then this is still very usable in the same way that Zvia is very usable. But this is too good now. This is the new meta. And basically, so one of the things I'm definitely going to check for the PTS is, hey, remember when they nerfed, Obliterate? Remember? And Striker got a nerf. We're basically back to that point. Like, especially with, if we're taking 2-piece here. Now, the thing is, of course, the 2-piece comes into the territory of exotics. So you can't have this and 4-piece Striker and this. You can ninja bike it, of course, but then you're making that mistake. But just 2-piecing it, of course, like already makes quite a bit of sense. But the 1-piece by itself is already like way too good as well. And it's kind of fine, because from a perspective, like, actually it is kind of cool to have rate of fire as one of the, because from a sense there is definitely something to be said for, hey, this isn't as big of a buff to Striker as it is to other things, because of course Striker, already has a lot of rate of fire, so, well, not a lot, but a chunk. But yeah, this is especially for Obliterate, Equalizer is basically a non-brainer. And this is also a buff to indirectly to Killer and such, which didn't need a buff. Yeah, let me make sure actually. And yeah, it's actually a header and GN and yeah, again, thanks. Hello for the read there. Indeed, the wildest. Goes just live on PTS. Yeah, it is. Let's actually go run this for a second. Let's actually. Just take a crit chance from somewhere. How does this land? Let's just go AR for a sec. Oh, it also gave me like something. Take a chance here. I'll be curious to see actually how this holds up to some other stuff. Oh, do we have that's a lot of recalibrations though. With that Cheska there as well. Because we got the thing now. We can hit perfect 60, 3 crit damage mods here. And then 2. No, we would need 5. Yeah. That's kind of the annoying thing with this as well. Let's set up this character Striker like that. So all of these need to be crit damage, shifting up 3. Now it would basically be at 50, well, no, 40, but wait, 40? Wait, how's this 40? Oh wait, does it? Yeah, no, this lands 58, doesn't it? Actually, this lands 58. As this lands, then 46. 52. $58. Oh, with those we still have Cheska, right? That gets us to 60 exactly. Interesting. And yeah, let's just get 57. Because 58 is not that much better, and this way we don't need to have the whole build be just aligned for this. That should be 57, right? No, still one too many. Wait, 55? What? Why is my brain not working for this? 10 and then just 6s. Like we don't have that 8. That's the thing. I'm off by 2 the whole time because Cheska was so ubiquitous into everything. This is good for LMGs though, actually. Let's actually take an LMG then. Because we can go 59.5 with 2 crit chance mods and the crit chance third stat. So indirectly a little bit of a buff to LMGs. Not that LMGs needed that. Yeah, let's go shoot some stuff with this. Just no modifier either, just bug standard. So now, how much is this on top of Striker? Let me catch up here for a second. Actually, some kind of genius. Well, you're overselling, but yeah, it's welcome in. Although, yeah, definitely not at the time being. I'm not a genius. My brain is kind of gone. I just worked 12 hours. The smart thing would have been to go to bed. That would actually be what a genius would do. Would just be smart enough to go to bed. But I'm proving there that I'm not by staying up. But I wanted to play around in PTS because, of course. So is this the very first exotic that has no mods? The Sheriff? Is there any other exotic that doesn't have a mod at all? I can't think of any. Because even like Diamondback still has a mod. Because it's kind of annoying that actually doesn't, because it's gonna lose out because of that. Maybe one of the pistols? Nah, all of those have mods as well. Just check if I'm forgetting about an obscure one. Because that 35% base, that's already going to be like, let's say 6-7% less. At least on the crit end of things, because you're losing out on those crit mods. Even for headhunting, the headshot mods would matter a little bit. But not a huge deal, but it's weird for it to not have any mods at all. But it is better for it to be base weapon damage. But then also, actually, what they should have done here is plus 35% base weapon damage. Because plus 35% weapon damage indicates all weapon damage, and that's not what this is, right? Speaking of which, is that right? Yeah, well, what was my signature weapon? Yeah, let's do this number times 35% in a sec. Let me catch up here. So play with this process is the same. Nah, I mean Tinker and Overdogs have already kind of displaced Coyote. In Jessica, the thing is you can just make it up on the gear. There is no real reason to go for yeah, I was using a damage uptick, crit damage uptick, yeah. But I was just I was forgetting that that's usually with Cheska. You can land on a perfect 60 because you have 10 plus 8, and then that leaves 42, which is divisible by 6. But that's with Cheska. I forget how ubiquitous Cheska has been through our existence here. So yeah, when we're taking this instead, yeah, you can't land perfect 60 with AR without going over or doing other things. Synchronize is best in slot for most builds. Any build that was using Obliterate, you should be using this now. If nothing else, 4 stacks more here. Even if the build isn't super in line with Rate of Fire, the Rate of Fire is more than enough already by itself as well. I do not know why they went with the damage increase here. Perfect Obliterate, if you wanted to make this, there is such an obvious metric to take that still makes Perfect Obliterate well worth having, especially with the brand set, well worth having without adding more damage. You just increase that 10 seconds. You just go from 10 seconds to 20 seconds. That would help Perfect Obliterate, like that would make Perfect Obliterate already really a pick, because doubling that timer really makes a difference. Like this timer already going from 5 to 10 seconds was one of the bigger buffs to Obliterate. Almost as much as it when it went from 15 to 25 and then came back to 20. But yeah, they should have just changed this timer. Hell, maybe put 2 stacks more or something. Although it's not as big of a buff, like it's just 4%, but it's still 4%, right? Like for this build, this is 4% at max stacks. But Equalizer, like basically if you're using Obliterate, this is best in slot. We have a best in slot again. Which I'm never a big fan of. Mostly because it just limits creativity and stuff. But on the other hand, there is something to be said for it. Like this is easy for new players to farm. You don't, you have the talent fixed. So you just need to find, one that has like crit chance or crit damage here, and you're good. And as long as it's not a DZ item, those aren't per se hard to get. Like how many sacrifices and stuff do we like toss away on a weekly basis and stuff like that? This will be similar to that. So it'll make it easier for some people to get it, but yeah. Yeah, let me catch up all the way and then let's go play. Get a select shotgun. Well, in Division 1. The Medved. I'm curious actually how accurate this shotgun becomes. Because 100% accuracy doesn't mean 100% accurate. It just halves the accuracy circle basically at 100%. So it doesn't. Yeah, but then still, like, because it doesn't have any mods, it's still like it's less than 35 effectively. So there is that. Reasons better versus this overall, I would say for a lot of cases, yes. Thing is though that this is a built-in one. So this, if you're not running Regulus, for instance, on a pistol Headhunter, you could go with this. The thing is that it's from the first shot. It is the base damage that is higher, and it's also from the first shot. The Brazen, of course, you need, the first shot just gets you Brazen stacks, and then it's active. So you fixed the radiation. Nice. Yeah, I did see indeed that. Yeah, there was a second patch basically, because I had the same. I had it preloaded from yesterday, and then right now before the stream, I had to update it once more. They did, yeah, mess up a little bit. Oh, compared to perfect glass cannon, is it better? No, because glass cannon is different. Like, this is like old obliterate, basically, right? Did old obliterate beat glass cannon for you? For most people, it didn't, right? Thing is, glass cannon is from the first shot. It is always active, but then has a downside. So, I'm trying to win a few seasons. I mean, adding in OP-ness in general, maybe they shouldn't have put in modifiers that were as strong as this season, as the previous season. Yeah, let's go shoot some shit. Which shit do we go shoot? Wait, let's first. Let's see what 100%. Or well, let's first do this. Let's do our due diligence. I don't even care about being too precise. 389.9. I should do this the other way. So 389,900. Let's do it like that. Times 1.35 is 526. You would think, yeah. Okay, so 526. So that at least lines up. Hey, now we have that. I love that we saw 15 weapon damage, right? It's actually, I just want to see how accurate 100% accuracy is on this. Because yeah, that doesn't mean 100% accurate. That just means, that. So it is actually. Wait, does this have? This has infinite. Well, not infinite up to range, but this has effectively max infinite. This has max range, right? That's basically the game's range. So this is the go-to now for Marauders. I feel at even 100 meters, that's like normally a Marauder would be that range, right? This is the Marauder killer. Let's go use it in anger for a second. Let's go do. Just a force of habit of looking at targeted loot. Yeah, let's go do this. Should going to be available in live game though. Oh, there should be. Why wouldn't it be? It should be in the reconstructed caches for next season. That's where this season as well we got the items, the named items right away. I would assume that that those blueprints will be there. They should be. Kind of curious actually, because this isn't the fastest firer, but when we add 13% rate of fire on top, I completely misunderstood where that guy went. Nah, I mean this isn't an ACS. Is actually the stack broker in PTS? No, right? I wouldn't assume it would be. Incoming hostiles detected. Yeah, right. That's the downside of not having, you know, like, it's a little bit more effective. That's the downside of turning off dialogue volume. You don't have the Isaac callouts. But also, actually, we don't have the dumbass near us for a second. Let's turn that back up. Because that guy is a little bit too verbose for my liking. But is Torn any good? I just love the Spas platform. The Spases aren't too great. Torn is decent. Thing is, though, it depends on if you're okay with the Spases. They're a little inaccurate and kind of flaily, I would say. But if you're okay with them in-game, already, yeah, Torn is decent. That's a good bitch. Just mess around with it, which is oh, baby, much PTS. I tend to spend quite a bit of time in here, and we'll definitely do so as well in the coming 2 days. There's a lot to unpack. That's a named holster. Oh yeah. Yeah, the named holster is also... I'll be actually really surprised if this stays 8% in the final version. That would surprise me.
I'm done with
I will have to see. Because especially 8% from a stat is like a lot. Like, I know perfect stats usually have quite a bit on them, but 8% is a lot. The thing is, though, that yeah, it'll be handy for, like, that'll be the thing with it as well. Like, if you're running Chest Striker, you can take it. But if you're running Obliterate Striker, you can take that, but also you could be taking Overdogs, or you could be taking Tinkerer, right? Like, so at least just because of the recent exotics, like if this was still Coyote was like the red build thing, this combo would kick its ass. This combo is more than Coyote, like just going that chest plus the holster. But it isn't more than Tinkerer. It isn't more than Overdogs.
I almost died there. Thank you.
And he did almost die there. Would you like to fully die there? I'm too tired to kind of... Also, it's been a while since we actually ran, like, without modifiers and stuff, but... I have kind of the feeling this feels like actually a pre-nerf striker. Before they tune down Obliterate and before they tune down Striker. Because basically, effectively, damage-wise, this is that, you know, those increases back.
This is a warning to the division. Back the hell off before you get yourselves killed. You have no idea who you're dealing with.
I think I have an idea.
DC is no more. This is our chance to create the city we want. So let's show those motherfucking true sons who is really in control.
Yeah, about that.
Access key detected.
So actually, I haven't checked really in game, Are Black Tusk and True Sons now fighting each other in open world things?
This is a warning to the
And are they, is that changed here? Because that was actually one of the cooler stealth changes. I remember like taking a few days to notice it. Of just like running into some, you know, what normally would be encounters where they murder each other and then going like, hey, they're not murdering each other. They're trying to murder me together instead.
Override required.
Yeah, let's go override the manual. And you know what this feels like? This feels like running Obliterate Striker now without grading. So this, I feel, is likely in that same like 8 to 10%-ish kind of ballpark of like a grade 25 weapon or something. Like not even grade 30, but this feels in that ballpark. Oh yeah. You know, I forgot it had assault rifle damage on it. Wait, so what's the best thing we can do with ARs here? Just 61 likely? Although actually not even, because our crit is so low. But the thing is though, we have Obliterate and we have Killer. So yeah, 61 would be the way to go. I actually even forgot that it had, like, that wasn't even with the right weapon type for it. Although it's annoying as well that this is an assault rifle brand. Man, if that was 15% or something, and then just weapon damage, could that be the save? Because this is also super annoying that it is AR based. At least when you're just taking one piece. The thing is though that, yeah, if you're going LMGs, you just take the one piece, right? You take one piece and then take just something different. But honestly, that doesn't sound even like a horrendous. Because 15 weapon damage would still be pretty much a lot. It would be universal then as well. The magazine size would be actually at 50% kind of OP for LMGs, but then fuck it. Like, hey, there's no issue with giving LMGs a little bit of a boost. Also for rifles, that could be then useful. Wait, I didn't recruit that one medic, right? We ran into a medic, but I didn't recruit him. Yeah. No. Let's go do stuff until we meet medic. Well, at least Ava Garcia is no longer the most annoying voice in the game. Now we have this guy. Well, it's not the voice being annoying. It's more like just yappity yappity yap. Wait, there's one of each here? Okay. True Sun Man. Gotta catch 'em all.
Take that! Okay, I'll sweep the area. There's no hiding from us.
Yeah. No recall or intervention could work in this place. What are you? You're frag experts. What high profile? Oh, okay. We'll take you. 15 minus. Okay. Why is that a good thing? Carries and throws flashbang grenades. Wow. I love some bangs. How annoying is it going to be if it...
I'd rather be guarding and fighting.
right? How annoying is it going to be when you're trying to accidentally loot something and you're going to recruit one of these people accidentally? And then you go like, oh no, I lost my, wait, actually, does that made, okay. They really should have made it where you can recruit this guy and then you can turn around and go like, oh, okay, shit, I mixed up. Let's recruit you back. Because that's totally going to happen at some point. It's a press and hold, but it's also the press and hold that we use for loot also. There is that. Oh, yeah, let's actually have a...
Guard duty smells like bullshit to me.
Why are they yelling in my ear? Oh, there's something here.
What I wouldn't give for a
New
cigarette.
holster won't be something percent. Isn't that bit of P? I guess rate of fire is just, you know, it's just another stat effectively. So also here I should, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to check. So we have,
Reminds me of my old day job.
why are this many people talking in my ear? Shut up. I already have too many voices in my head. I don't need more. There's already like 4 of us in here. And then, was it just because I was close to them? Okay. So yeah. Run away from these guys. Where's my... So we're going from 15 to plus 13. So can I execute these guys? So 28, right? Yeah, so 1.28 divided by 1.15. So that 13% we're adding on top, we're gaining basically 11.3. Which is still, you know, that's not the way, you know, we're not in the same diminishing territories as for instance for as a name group. I don't know.
Guess you weren't in cover. I'm reloading.
You know what? I don't mind this chirp. This is at least better than the retaliation kill sound. So this is the guy with the reduction, right?
I'm going for their flank. Take that.
I want to see this guy.
I can't see him from here.
I bet you can solve that for yourself.
Flanking now.
Yeah, this guy needs to shut up. There needs to be a button to, like... What they could do is maybe put an indicator on the screen of what he's doing. Wouldn't it be the answer? I bought the thing that has infinite resources, but the loot goblin in me can't make it. Can't not loot. Oh, and energy point. Yeah, indeed. Good night, indeed, actually. As yeah, it is like 2 at night here. I'll be going here for a little bit. I'm not planning actually on doing any like mad stuffs today. Tomorrow we'll start the spreadsheeting and such. For today, I want to actually just mess around a little bit with the stuff in here, as you haven't been able to yet. We'll just kind of see this, and maybe I'll grab the gear set in a sec as well, and then see about that. One of the interesting things about the gear set is that it is weapon damage,
Let's do this.
and it's at least a doable weapon damage, and weapon damage is actually kind of special, for instance, for Testy. and you know, headhunter and stuff. I don't think it's gonna make a good headhunter set because it's just, you know, it has ramp up. How does its stacking work in the end? Because the way that it was there,
He's using that cover to flank.
because yeah, they were talking about being generous with it,
Serious trauma.
but then the read on it is like all the stacks drop after 10 seconds, which I guess actually it's one stack lost per 10 seconds, right? That's actually
Lie down and die.
what it is.
Going for cover.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent out of action.
Not paying too much attention here.
This one's not getting away. He's going down.
Out of cover.
Great.
Moving around the side.
No, what do you mean?
Oh, thought you could run. Get this
The
asshole away from
crossers
me.
don't hang on. Oh, are you ready? Does it?
Reloading.
Oh yeah, this is why it does.
Serious trauma detected.
Wait, let's not die here. Oh,
Agent
let's move.
incapacitated.
Oh wait, does this guy revive me?
I got him covered. You're covered.
At least it's an NPC. I don't have to feel bad about trolling like. Okay, you know what? NPCs, I'm all in favor for now. They revive, so. Which they said also already. We knew. So it's not. That's actually. I just forgot. But yeah, they're basically a decoy. They're pretty sturdy actually so far as well. Because I'm kind of leaving them just to do the fight here.
Blast that off, hyena. Damn it.
I know, getting some journey stuff done.
Guess you weren't in cover. Move in position. Let's drop him.
It's interesting that he prioritizes movement commands over almost everything else.
Going for that car.
Heading for the big gun.
What, car?
Who's that over there?
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Huh?
Are they here?
Here. Direct hit.
It's a matter if I just mark stuff. Is he more aggressive if I do that?
Now you'll think twice. Reloading. Can't find the target anywhere.
Although it's kind of interesting actually, yeah, that the season itself, at least if it stays like this, keep in mind as well, everything PTS related, have that habit as well, and everybody does, of just like going, oh, we are seeing this, so it must be this, but we've had plenty of changes with PTS,
Here.
with PTSs, from PTSs to final versions. Oh, what was that? There's a lot of these guys around. Contingency response. Plus and down shells and while under a status effect. Gotta keep the other one. Oh yeah, let me actually get you. Oh yeah. Huh. It has an inverse braced. That's that's interesting. Huh. Just a quirk. I wonder if the weapon damage also gets affected by it though. That would be less cool, but actually kind of funny that. Yeah, good call out there. I don't notice that yet. In school, admitting to add to this one, I was like the Ghost Recon teammate component when worked. Yeah, although the thing is, like, the Ghost Recon companions are much more impactful than this guy. This guy is just mostly because we have very limited controls for him, right? We have one button to command him with, and that gets kind of tedious. And honestly, actually, you know what? Let's use this guy. Does that reset the thingy? It does, actually, by the look of things. I want to use his med pack at some point here. But also, yeah, that because also, for instance, in Wildlands and Breakpoint, the companions were super OP, right? So that wouldn't actually be enjoyable in Division because it's not the same kind of game where like stealth and stuff can be utilized instead, and then like the companions,
Incoming.
you're doing it until it goes wrong and then the companions jump in. But yeah, it is like, yeah, I've never would have expected them to add it like this
Get that gun in
or
there!
add anything.
You're screwed!
It's interesting that also, yeah, we just get these randoms around the map, and they're also helping the fight.
Detected.
Can't get a shot from here!
Don't do it.
Too close!
Immediate medical
Thanks.
assistance needed. Agent down.
Someone put me out!
Reinforcement complete.
Let me reload!
No, I won't let you reload.
What the hell happened to me?
Wait, can I heal this guy? Actually,
I'll take the minigun!
you take that minigun.
Let's do this now.
Weapon ready.
They've run out of cover.
Engaging hostile! I'm out! Reloading! Can't get target in sight!
Gun.
Actually, this season's I think most of the season is gonna be this, just using it as a decoy. Because honestly, that's what this guy is for me. And then once it's maxed out,
Right!
does he? No, I can't activate that. But also, I don't see it filling up, which is odd.
We don't need your kind.
Wasting my time over here.
Serious trauma detected.
What I already miss is batter up.
No ammo left.
He deserves it!
Armored hostile detected.
Oh, it is filling up.
We need some heavy firepower! Holy fuck!
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Keeping target safe!
Agent out of action.
Now there are two that can revive me.
I hear ya! Heading for the minigun!
They're moving around me.
You know, extra revive. I'll take an extra revive.
I can't see him! Someone spin up that gun!
But in general, the modifier definitely, like, you know, this season when you turn the modifier on, you go from like,
Line of sight.
we're kind of strong to like, I'm Superman. Oh. Stop dying.
They won't last long.
Okay, so these guys are way less tanky than the other guy.
How many extra holes have I gotten me? Position.
Needed did you start with?
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I need a melon. I don't really. Yeah, I myself as well. I'm pretty late on, so. Passenger. Yeah, so I would actually be surprised if the damage is still there as well. I'm gonna guess this is basically inverse brazen for some reason going into cover.
Unlocked.
Just this. I mean, can we see it actually here already? What? Show base. I'm not sure the base would be affected in that way, because that was 526, right? Although I mean, we can go to the range and check. I'm kind of curious about that. Let's check for a second. So I'm looking at yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised that they didn't put in a grenadier just to have a female model in there. But I'm also kind of proud of them for not going that route. How much you want to bet we'll get if Companions actually final version happens, or you know we actually get a different version or something. Why can't I change? Cosmetics are totally going to be a thing. People are going to make some waifus. It comes for yeah. For the time being, there is an option. You can just turn off the dialogue volume. The annoying thing is though, you lose all of the Isaac callouts of like extra waves and stuff, which actually is kind of useful. Dies or party wipes. Oh no, I don't think you can lose them in any way, right? They basically are just there. They're kind of like your turret drone, effectively. You just, I don't think like if they die and you die or something. Maybe in hardcore. Would be funny if they were hardcore too in hardcore. No, hardcore went down. Likely in the same rule set. If you're not dead, it's also actually likely the companion will not revive as dead. Because usually the like control point officers and stuff don't revive you if you're fully dead. But for the rest of it, they're not going to do anything special for the hardcore. So it would just, as long as you're just down, you would get revived. Same for these. For instance, if you're in weakened state. So if you're in weakened state and you have a hive, if you get down, the hive still triggers. If you're in weakened state here, yeah, you just die because they're not, they're not that. Within range. Normally in combat, it still allows alteration. Did they change that for this season? Oh, they must have changed. Okay, yeah, that makes sense with this season, right? You can't. They don't want you changing these in combat. Current season, you can in combat change or active. That's not a. But okay, yeah, they would need to respawn and yeah, okay, that makes a little bit of sense actually. At least for this season. We're gonna, yeah. So 155s. Let's lose those stacks we just got. I should just grab a build that doesn't have a stacking to it. Okay, at least the weapon damage is still active. So, because yeah, we did the same shot basically on both of them. So yeah, it's just the handling is inverse braced. I'm gonna guess it's an oversight more than intended. My companions, yeah. So, you know, waifu gets put in, super strange. I would actually likely like. I was very happy that even for instance the summer thing they didn't put in the Chinese version of those kind of suits. You know, that summer suit. I don't know if you've seen the Chinese version. It's basically that one. It's not even that egregious, but I totally would not be on board for it. But for instance, here these are like, you know, it's a bikini, but then on a like a mesh top over it and stuff, which, you know, makes it at least a little bit more palatable. But then the Chinese version is just, yeah, just bikini top basically, and then just the pants. Which, yeah, I'm not here for combat bikinis, and I'm out. I'm out the second, like, they really push that way. One could say, for instance, and yeah, I've seen that argument as well for, you know, the little bit of skin showing on the Mayhem outfit. Like, I'm okay with a little bit of it, as long as it's just not, yeah, as long as it's not, you know, Genshin. Let's say. Or where Warframe kind of is kind of headed in a very obvious sense. Which I'm also not okay with. Yeah, we just have less armor, right? Just you're exposed. Yeah, let's go mess around with that gear set actually. Let's go do a different character because this one's kind of loaded up. And everybody's mayhem. Indeed. Put the ass in glass cannon.
Entering safe area.
Let's just forgo exert. Oh, and I kind of need the space, so let's actually deconstruct this.
True Sun's got me pinned. I need backup. Anyone, please respond.
That's per character, which makes sense. Levels aren't per character though, right? Right? We learned our lesson? Ah, okay. They learned their lesson. Good. The levels are account-wide. Oh, this is also kind of annoying then. We still have then to, you know, if you have like the one specific, you know, medic that you want or something, you have to now, you know, if you have multiple characters, you have to do it multiple times. Because that's also, that part is not account-wide. Because, although, well, maybe it is. Maybe I just need to complete this initial mission thing. But let's first grab this. And yeah, let's get rid of all of this junk. Who needs any of that? And yeah, we'll take a... It's interesting that... Is there a blueprint for the sheriff, actually? Let's take all 6 pieces. Let's also take one of those each. Let's start with this. Although maybe wait, let's take a red build as the basis. Wait, does the Lexington just not show up in the vendor? Huh, never noticed that before. Okay. Makes sense, actually, being weightless. I guess mine are always favorited, so I don't see that. Oh yeah, let's do one piece each. Just put all the pieces here for a second, just to gather everything around. Make sure that's already favorite all of that. Okay. I know. That's the new meta. There we go. That. Let's just take AR. And let's take that as well. So we should just save this here real quick, just so we have the slot taken. Yeah, actually, I don't even know the chest and backpack talent yet. Off the top of my head. Should liver count as nearby skill? Generally, no. But you should check. Skill damage or NPC group scaling doesn't look like it. That felt very much solo scaled still. It's also behind the scenes. They're basically just a drone, right? Like in a very obvious sense, they are just using it's basically a drone, but then different model, different model over it, and yeah, it's our damage, so they're kind of acting as a proxy for us. But it's also, for instance, yeah, glass did apply to it, which definitely makes me feel like we need to figure out what applies to it, what applies to the ally as well. I'm willing to bet glass and overdogs is an obvious combo that will apply to it. I'm curious to see as well if they get maybe the full 50% from OD. Or well, first of all, any buff for OD, but then also likely maybe even the personal buff of 50. So, but that's all stuff we have to play around with and figure out. The annoying thing is we can't do it at the range, which is kind of annoying. That'll make it take so much longer, but okay. I think on the other character I accidentally had a detox one. And then this one I have this one, a detox one. Striker from reading. Oh no, it's definitely from what I saw so far, because yeah, keep in mind we're getting, so I did see, yeah, the chest takes it from 3 to 5 stacks, right? But it's the chest talent bonus, or it's going up against other chest talents. This is to 5%. So even if we take, for instance, chest plus backpack, what do we have? 5%, and then so this takes this. Wait, what was this doing then? Oh, this is, oh yeah, no, this makes it just go faster, right? So yeah, the chest is not worth using, or well, it might be, but well, it's not an extra damage, right? It's just getting to the damage faster. But even at most, so this is 5%, 5 times 135. So 150 plus 20 plus 5. Although actually 120 or 150 plus 25 actually. Why did split up the second one? So 175 weapon damage. But this is yeah, we have to check as well. Has anybody checked this already? What it actually is? Is it just weapon damage?
Agent, come check this out.
No, we check that tomorrow because oh no, let's check it here real quick. I mean, one stack if it's not 3%, it must be weapon damage then. The thing is though that yeah, at least the stated way it's weapon damage, and keep in mind that Striker is a separate multiplier. Basically, the 90 from Striker is you know, at full stacks or at 100 stacks with Obliterate, for instance, is a 90% increase in your damage. This is going into the weapon damage. Cool. 175 weapon damage is a decent amount, especially for Pestilence. Wait, first things first. So how does the decay work on this? Because here it says stacks decay every second. Is this just a misnomer for one stack decays every 10 seconds? Because if all the stacks decay in one go, then good job, you made another backfire. But with, yeah, much slower stacking. And shooting armor marks them for 7 seconds. When the marked enemy dies, receive 1 stack for is contributing killing that enemy. Okay, so I mean, I contribute. Can I contribute? Can I contribute? Or don't I contribute? No, I don't contribute. I mean, for this season, we'll have the companion. Is it stacking bar not working? Because I know see stacks. Because this should work, right? Thing is, we're gonna check it with how much weapon damage increase we have. That would be the easy way to check. Yeah, let me catch up here. Boss, yeah. They just, you know, they really want you to know what they're doing. They just want you to be proud. And then the obliterate chest, I mean, that's a given. They're just likely. Even taking that from 3 to 5. The thing is also, how do you even get 5 things to mark? Or ally, right? Ally, like in a group setting. But yeah, this is just a quicker way up, which... so the chest is maybe, yeah, the chest is not worth it, I think. Just gut feeling. Because even if you're in a group, like, how often is it going to be that everybody marked the same enemy? No, I'm well aware of the chest. Of the obliterate chest. This was a scary. So there's any use after the season. Thing is, allies will still count for, you know, in Kantan and stuff. But yeah, you need to be sharing targets, which effectively, like, doesn't happen as much as you would think. People have a tendency to, like, hey, that person is shooting at that, I'll shoot at something else quite often. Thing is, though, you know, if you're spraying into a doorway, but is it just, so I should just log out and log back in? Is it, because there's got to be a bar there, right? Like there's needs to be a way of it. There needs to be a way for it to show how many stacks you have. I mean, yeah, that new obliterate chest is going to be the general meta for most things.
Safe area detected.
If you're going obliterate, wherever you have obliterate right now, that new equalizer chest is going to be the go-to for. Work with yellows. I guess you would still, I mean, you could hybridize it. The thing would be, because I could gain a ton of weapon damage there. That would make its effectiveness higher. But also it doesn't really give you anything on the other end. Like it doesn't give you much for the skills anyway. But honestly, I don't know how you would. I was gonna say pestilence with, but then well, maybe just nah, the skill damage wouldn't be worth it at that point. If we have something like advanced material, that could actually be really strong. You know, if we for future seasons have something similar to this season's advanced material, that would be interesting. Oh yeah, actually, the stats are randomized, right? Yeah, so. Although actually this character luckily as well got something that is usable. Because yeah, it'll be, the start of the season is going to be basically just getting a ton of these. Well, one for every character. And then likely even a few, I need to find a few where crit chance, crit damage exists with blue cores for some of the PFEs that have obliterate chests. Because this will be the go-to for that. For any place you have obliterate, like this Cheska chest is just gonna go into the stash. I'm about to have like 6 Cheska chests in the stash. For just exit. Yeah, just. Why not call the OP thing OP? Yeah. Should have called it, they should have called the chest perfectly balanced. And then and then whenever somebody bitches about it, they just go, but it can't be, it's perfectly balanced. And I did the nil. Get off that no content together. Channel need to be made. I mean, yeah, the thing is, I'm not in favor of the power creep. Honestly, with one of the things is like, especially just, you know, if we don't consider modifiers, because modifiers are on top of everything else anyway. Hey, remember when the backpack on Striker went from a point or a 1.0 to a 0.9, right? Remember that? Remember when obliterate went to from 25 stacks to 20 stacks? Basically, you know, these kind of changes with these brands and stuff. This is back to like Striker is back to where it was back then now. And that's even before we kind of consider things like overdogs and stuff that are like way higher. But yeah, it is what it is. At least on the grand scheme of things, this isn't overdogs, let's say. This isn't determined or such, let's say. It is OP, but it's not, it's creep, it's not like it's a marathon, not a sprint. So there. But yeah, we'll see if it comes through the PTS all the way as is. I would think, especially, I kind of need to look at the numbers exactly, like how much this one stat really turns into. But yeah, 8% rate of fire is like insane as just this stat. This is way too high, I feel. But like if your brand bonus is 5, why is your just random stat that much more than it? Which is kind of following the idea from, I'm gonna guess, from like headshot and stuff, where it's like 13% and then 20% on the thingy. But this is super universal, this rate of fire, much more so than headshot and such. So an issue. It's not a humongous fire rate increase. Because yeah, we're not like doubling it and stuff. Definitely ammo consumption is gonna go up, but what we said, perfect obliterate, the new brand. So this equalizer, which yeah, has a really good first piece bonus. You know, one piece is rate of fire. So that is already a pretty good stat, and 5% of it, especially for builds that already. So this 5%, for instance, for gear set like this, that doesn't have a rate of fire, is a full 5% DPS increase. The thing is, though, is the rate of fire side of things. So you do actually not gain 5% on the sustain end of things, because you're reloading, you know, you're hitting the reload just a little bit more, 5% quicker, effectively. So to the sustained DPS side of things, it's not a full 5%, but yeah, on the burst DPS side of things, if there is no other rate of fire here, it's a fresh multiplier going in, and then it's the full 5% increase. The nerf, thing is, there is no nerf here still. Like, nerf is when it's actually in the game and has been around for a while. This is proposed things for PTS. And yeah, I could very well see them changing their mind a little bit. This isn't over, guys. Indeed. This is not over, dogs. Yeah. This is Sparta. Yeah. This is overpowered. Yeah. Because though that also then put in perfect obliterate. Like, this is always that thing, you know, that the common thing of like, why did they put perfect spotter on, like, you know, Uzina? Why did they put, you know, all those like kind of talents? The thing is, because it's balanced that way. It's actually helps the balance. Here we have a really good brand set, and then also like a much used talents, and then a perfect version. This is not just meta. This is kind of, yeah, this is one of those best in slot kind of things. Thing is, though, that at least, you know, we still have sacrifice, which, you know, has its ups and downs. But yeah, this, wherever you're using obliterate, this is kind of a no-brainer, honestly, because anything that uses obliterate already is already kind of RPM bound anyway. But it is exactly the reason you don't put, you know, the good talent on the good brand. You kind of put it on a bad brand, and then you have utility alongside of it. Like Perfect Spotter. Perfect Spotter is kind of a good example where it is actually worth going Perfect Spotter over normal Spotter, even with the Cheska, as long as you're on a high weapon damage build and such. And then also, like, if you are already, you know, high on crit and such. But yeah, this is silly, a little bit silly, Billy. But also, to me, like, just change this. Don't change this. This is power creep. This is quality of life, right? Like, changing the stacks to 24 is damage increase. Changing this from 10 seconds to 20 seconds is actually just a quality of life thing, which still has very effective, like, that's a very big change, actually. Makes obliterate a lot more usable, but they went a different route. Do. Oh, did we reach the 10K? As yeah, I saw, was actually pretty close to it. Oh, hey, exactly. Nice. You know what? I want a screenshot of that. As yeah, definitely want to have that in the Discord. As yeah, we did reach exactly 10K subs on the YouTube end of things. Indeed, I was here. Well, 10,000 others were as well. Although, well, not exactly right, but not in this direct moment. But you know, I'm gonna put it in the screenshots. But yeah, indeed, we reached the 10K. I think I'm gonna do thing, or you know, kind of prioritize getting maybe before the end of the season, getting that call for backup concept kind of going. That'll be a good motivation to maybe go for that. That's pretty good. One is a gear set, one of the brand sets. So yeah, the yellow stuff is brand sets. Gear sets are, even though you know we kind of go with calling both of these, you know, gear. Yeah. But yeah, no, this gear set is on the face of it not super OP. Although actually, yeah, let's actually look. So was it just not showing stacking? Oh, okay. So the stacking thing was yeah. Now it has a stacking bar underneath it. But okay, so I don't count at all for it by the look of things. Okay, and yeah, I saw a stack kit go away there. Actually, you know what? Okay, so it is then worded that way. One stack is the one stack is lost every 10 seconds. What is the wording on Striker actually? One stack decays every 10 seconds? No, it's literally one stack is lost per 10 seconds. Because yeah, this makes it read as if you're gonna drop all your stacks in 10 seconds, which I still have stacks, and that was like 20 seconds of me just yapping there. So yeah, we lose one stack per second. So you can stack it up. It's gonna be memento style kind of stacking it up. And then, you know, you basically need more than one kill per 10 seconds, and you will likely go from like room to room in a mission with some stacks remaining. So it is kind of doable to go for the backpack. Definitely then. Without the backpack, how much do we have without the backpack? 3 times 35, so 90 plus 15. So 105. 105 to 175, so 70. But we're already bumping into a lot of weapon damage. You know, maybe third drone hybrid is not the worst use for this. Because yeah, if we take all the skill tiers, we take third and drone, they mark pretty quickly. The thing is though that up against negotiator third drone hybrid or striker third drone hybrid, that's not gonna stand a chance. So there is that. That's an issue. Oh, so well, we'll have to, but it's just going to be apparel, right? It's not even a brand set. Let's strict upgrade to Cheska Blizzard. Yes, yes. If you're using Obliterate, I can't really see a place where you wouldn't use this. Like any build that has Obliterate currently, this is the go-to for it. Because yeah, that rate of fire 5% is already more than Cheska. And then this is also more than just normal Obliterate. So, with their powers combined. Yeah, let's actually... So we take the backpack. We don't take the chest. We'll take Obliterate. And we'll take... Well, actually, we could go for a third drone hybrid kind of thing. And go sacrifice. I want to run it red first. I'm already going into the weeds. Let's just run it as a red. I wonder how this will work with Pesty. I mean, Pesty is definitely one of the go-tos here anyway. So maybe just for consistency for a second, just go with that. Let's take Pesty. Because I'm curious to see actually what the Pesty numbers on this will be. Although if we're going Pesty, we're going glass. More likely. Over the Obliterate. Yeah, you know what? Let's start just figuring this out. Just take some crit chances and crit damages. Where do we land? And we'll work our way up from there. 37.5. So 24. 4 more. Four. Actually, let's take that. Actually, I'll take those 3. Oh, so that's 55 more 93. So we'll write this for a second. Oh, yeah, let's take one more crit chance. So 6081. Because yeah, for the Obliterate, it'll matter. Although, yeah, we're actually not balanced in our... If we're going past the... We shouldn't. Although, yeah. You know what? I'm kind of curious just by this. Although, actually, let's take this for a second. That I don't have. A sacrifice. Not that interested in the PTS side of things. More so. Although, yeah, that's going to take forever to get stacked up. It's actually... have to go over there to actually test it. Yeah, let me catch up here for a second. Kind of in my own world. Waveform glass gun. With yellow we could, but actually if we're kind of going toward hybrid style, I would likely put in more overdogs actually. Although, well, it doesn't apply to turret and drone. We could go Oxy instead, maybe even. Other option would be actually blacklisters nowadays. Because yeah, if we want to keep the backpack, Memento is usually the big pick for that. But all right, here I want to look at the pestilence stick, and there the rate of fire wouldn't per se help too much there, but it would still be a red core anyway. Wouldn't make it too much of a difference here. It's a situation. I use exceptions for my chest. Again, run with the correct roll. Yeah, although I should keep in mind that nowadays, I don't know if you saw the changes recently to the overdogs, or to that version, to the overdogs version. Well, it's recently. It's been a season. So I'm glad you like it. Although, well, it's not, you know, it usually doesn't work like that. Of like builds are made by a person. It's the obvious things to kind of put together to get the most damage out of it. So plenty of people have landed on it, but I'm glad it's working out. I love the Bestie setup as well, and especially that overdogs variant nowadays makes it so much easier to get it together as well. The fix for caches interacting with the ending box in Countdown. I don't think we'll see, or well, I will likely not be able to matchmake into a Countdown like that. Thing is also because yeah, it's not opening the end boxes that matters for that. It's or well, it is, but it's only part of it. It also needs to be a close range extraction, which is, you know, not something that just happens every time. So yeah, this is gonna be tedious to just get going is the thing, right? Is let's get the full stacks. I'm kind of just curious what the pesty tick here is gonna be. Should do it with the overdogs actually for doing that. Oh yeah, that's still of course a thing. Oh wait, wait, why is it giving me all the other? Oh well, exotic. Yeah, overdogs wouldn't be part of that. Is that my overdogs on the other character? Looking forward to getting some more of those. It's kind of annoying just having one. Full stacks. Certain drone. Let you guys keep shooting over there. I should make this invulnerable. At least, yeah, the stack loss is very, as they were kind of saying, generous. Wait, is the pesty counting as an ally? I mean, it's kind of an ally. 1.5. So yeah, with overdogs on top, that would be kind of in the Lengmo kind of category. And this will definitely outdo the Lengmo on the base weapon here. Wait, so normally it doesn't... let's just do that for a second. Let's lose a few stacks here. Normally I don't count for myself, do I? Oh, okay, no, you do count for yourself. Is that 10 seconds? Just waiting for it to go down, but it's actually kind of hard to see. Started a little late, but... Okay, yeah. 10 seconds. But you can just do it with kills then. As long as you kill fast enough. Thought earlier I wasn't counting for myself. But apparently we are. Okay. That makes it a little bit more usable. But that's still 35 kills to get to max if you're not like... But yeah, you would, right? Like you would just take the time to do that. Let's go see this actually with a companion and stuff on top. My companion is my revive high, right? We can take a turret and drone. I'm gonna turn off the damage. No, nah, I shouldn't. The power of friendship. Friends chop. Who we want to kill? Ghostbusters. Let's go for that. With the convoy on top. Active gear says it's worth it. Thing is, it's not just that Strikers is as much damage as it is and stuff. It's also like simple. It's just, you shoot shit dies. Well, even if shit doesn't die, but that's also going to be the thing for this. At least the thing is, the marked enemy dies, right? When a marked enemy dies, it's not a marked enemy. We don't need to get the kill shot, but still requires kills, and on kill is still a thing. Oh, this is placeholder, of course. I'm like, wait, why? What are some of the other pieces here? That's Gila knee pads, right? Don't recognize the holster right away. The chest is not that anyway. Oh yeah, I'm not showing the mask. But yeah, I'm guessing that, yeah, that's placeholder. Because also actually, yeah, this is Hannah Yu, right? That's Hannah Yu's appearance.
Hostile supply convoy nearby.
The DK is very generous though, as they kind of said. Because yeah, I ran all the way here and I'm at half stacks.
Serious trauma.
Oh, I don't have the modifier. Oh, we didn't go and do the intermission.
Agent vital signs.
So maybe go do that. The new brand will be a goal. Oh, meta. Oh, yeah. The new brand is definitely like 5% rate of fire if it stays as is, because that's also a thing, right? Like if it stays as is,
Got me pinned down. If
and yeah, especially the obliterate chest, like the name the obliterate chest is, if you're running obliterate, there is really no reason. I can't think of a build where that wouldn't be the way to go for it. Because if you're running obliterate anyway, rate of fire would help out with the obliterating. Anyway, it's also a good stat. Even though, for instance, yeah, it will not help as much with, for instance, the ammo side of things. But there's also not a humongous difference there. But it's, yeah, it's... And then the holster is actually like way too good. We'll go into the numbers tomorrow. Today I just came home from work actually, and it's basically my night. Also, I have to actually decide I likely won't make it too much later, mostly just to like
behind that cover, he's flanking.
with some sleep in me and some
Reloading.
should have swapped my specialization.
Didn't think the division would ever have my back. Guess times are changing.
The times are a changing. Well, you're a manhunter. Well, come hunt some men with me. Oh yeah, so these, okay, the leveling is per, or is account wide, but yeah, the getting these guys is per character, so we'll have to get the multiple times. You know what, let's go actually with some upgrades. Yeah. Let's go for some upgrades for the companion. Here. I do want that one still though. Also building up the command link. Just making a selection there. I've only to kind of make a thing for myself to keep track of some. There's a lot of actives and passives for next season. Yeah. Actually, wait. Are the bandies still here? Actually, even the Houndsman bandies are still here. Actually, the Houndsman bandies will be useful here. They'll be a good place to do testing with. So it's actually useful. I got those. Yeah, let's go. You know what? Let's go propagandize. And yeah, I definitely need to go to bed at a certain future point. The only thing is I still also need to eat, likely. So, but you know what? I'll sleep well tonight.
We don't ask questions. All we ask for is your loyalty and respect. Join us, and together we will clean up this city and America.
and Paraguay.
Watch that SUV on your flank! Got you! Use that wall to flank!
Is the bar broken again?
I see them! Son of a bitch!
Ski detected. Progress halted.
Let's try unequipping and re-equipping.
Damn it, I'm dry! Too much fire!
Can I buy this guy a different shirt or something? Like, when I see this... Also, I mean... Yeah. It's hard to fight years of target recognition. Like, it was a whole thing even back when... Okay. So, I wonder if when the bar breaks, if the gear set is broken.
Reloading!
Or if it's still working, it's just a visual thing.
Manual override required.
Yeah, so this doesn't... Thing is, I mean, it's... At the end of the day, it's still a red build. We have all the crit and such. Because honestly, if you just take even an improvised, you put a build together from just improvised pieces without brand bonuses, and you just take that, like, it feels fine. It feels about like when this thing is not stacked up at all. And the ones that has a few stacks, it doesn't actually even feel too horrendous, right?
What the hell?
You don't have to keep me updated on everything you do, boy. Oh, does this show up in our stat screen? I think it does, right? Yeah. Oh, I don't even have LMG selected here. You know, let's take it to the base, but yeah, I could definitely use gunner. But also, I don't even have LMG selected in the specialization. I mean, cool for the gear set. Man, if well, that wouldn't work either. I was gonna say if the chest and backpack are swapped, but that wouldn't work either. If although 1 of 5 with modifier or with memento on top doesn't sound too horrendous. Maybe a buff to 4 general. Because yeah, the turtle and hybrids, like, memento is so good for that. And here the backpack is actually decent because we got another 70 weapon damage out of it. But honestly, if we take memento, we would have 30 out of that, right? So we would already be crossing that gap a little bit. Then we would have the skill efficiency and stuff. So maybe. Somebody screaming like that. I've already, and actually I'm going to do it here again. I'm going to turn off dialogue volume. But the annoying thing is there is a downside to that, which is, you know, you don't get the Isaac callouts. But this bar is, for the time being, going to go on 0. And everybody's going to stop yapping. I already have too many voices in my head. I don't need more. Although also, well, it's also enemy dialogue volume, so you don't hear the, you know, sending a grenade. Or you don't hear, like, a heavy voice signaling that there is a heavy nearby. I then die with the mark because the mark is 7 seconds. Let me actually check here. Okay, so it does show up in our all weapon damage bonuses. Oh, okay. Kind of curious. Well, let's go to the range for a second. If the pesty does count as an extra stack or not. Because I could see it actually counting as an ally for the purposes of this. But let's try. That's not right side. That's a logical hybrid, yeah. And I think actually, yeah, taking all yellow cores sacrifice on top, and then maybe as it'll take technician, overdogs on top. Although, well, overdogs doesn't work with certain drones, and that new one does blacklister, but you don't want to deal with blacklister and this and all together. Like that's too much to deal with. So I would just maybe take whatever's. Likely even just Coyote or something. Because in the end, Tinkerer really didn't help in a significant way there. Okay, no, Pesty doesn't. Good to check there. Because actually, yeah, if Pesty kills gave you 2 stacks instead of 1, wouldn't even be against them doing that. Just making the Pesty tick count as an ally. No, of course, no, usually. Command feels good. Aggro, yeah, you can kind of use them as a decoy. Definitely. There's even, so some of them even have perks, because each of these has like 2 perks for different ones. You can also make him a little bit more tanky with some of the picks that you make for passives. But, because also here, they're not even leveled up. And I'm pretty sure, so these stats go up, right? From leveling as well. But yeah, they have stuff like, I don't have that one here, but yeah, so stuff like, hey, they have 50% more threat and stuff. It looks to be though that, yeah, the assault guy is kind of tanky, the engineer and the medic are kind of squishy. But yeah, they definitely pull some aggro. And they can revive you, for instance, as well. So, and I think actually with that healer one, once charged up, that might be actually the way to go for reds, and you just sit in the support station for the duration of it. I'm going to see how long the duration actually is. Hey, that was not the pulse I was expecting it to be. You know what? How about we let you open? Guess you didn't. Still ate it. Yeah, that start though. This start. That's the thing with Striker, like you just shoot stuff and you get stacks. Here, like the first kill is unbonused effectively. And then after the first kill, you get 15. Just jumping in. Also here, the third hand drone really don't want to listen to me here. Being annoying. Yeah. But the thing is, you can't really, from a balance perspective, you don't really see a way where you balance this, where it's balanced at the start and at the end. Partially because it is an unkill kind of thing. And there are places where, yeah, you can get a lot of kills. But you still need to mark them, so you can't just easily get it. It would be nice if it kind of showed how many stacks you actually have. On an enemy. Hey, trust him, he's an engineer. Yeah, especially with a fight like this, it's like I can't get to decent stacks because we're not killing fast enough to get to decent stacks. Like if we get to decent stacks from that point on, it's going to be easy to kill, but how do you solve this if you were to want to solve it? Less stacks and more per stack. But it just mitigates it. That still doesn't per se solve it. But also, yeah. I think that Striker is just too good. That's the actual answer. Why did my face blow up? Oh, hey. Oh, not even... Oh, no, it is. Okay. Oh, yeah, no, yeah. For a second there, I thought it's even the randoms. And they might actually. Because he was coming my way. Like he was heading for me as well. Oh, so yeah, this guy is Juggernaut. Plus 35% armor. Oh, minus 20% movement speed, plus 20% movement speed, minus 20% health, plus 35% armor. You know what? I mean, I'm still going to recruit you because you're my first engineer. But that's a combo. This guy skipped leg day. And then, like, he's a vegetarian, but he smokes. Yeah, let me get you up here. I need to see you. Oh yeah, damage. The thing is just trying to get the stacks going, but that's just the reality of this thing, right? Like, it's just always gonna be... Maybe as a third drone hybrid. But even then, like, here, it doesn't matter if the third and drone are doing damage. With a third drone hybrid, at least, though, we would have a few more skill tiers and they would survive a little bit more, especially the drone. But yeah, we're just not getting the stacks to get into the... Like, once it's stacked, it's decent. But this is you know the virtuoso slash breaking point kind of problem of if you kind of look at it at max potential, yeah, it makes sense, but you really can't because you really can't. Might not be doing too many favors here with the pesty as well to it, for it. Because the pesty doesn't get good until we're at high stacks. That's maybe... Is it definitely at full stacks? Although it's still not, like, it's not even... Ow. This guy doesn't respawn, doesn't... Or respawn me, doesn't heal me if I'm dead, right? No. Because yeah, the control point guys and stuff also don't do that. Yeah, let me catch up here, actually. The new brand AR set piece is pretty OP. But at least, you know, it's a new brand set to play around with. It'll give us something to farm for. Give a stack. Likely not. They need to damage the enemy. So I don't think anything buffing me would matter for that. Because, yeah, they need to... And that has contributed to killing that enemy, and that's likely just going to be damage. We could try tomorrow seeing if Booster Hive or something incidentally helps out or something, but so is alt comp available? No, everything's available. There I only add I swapped to this character just to make this gear setting. Hey, did I recruit? I thought I just recruited one. It's gonna swap to the engineer. We haven't tried that one yet. But yeah, you need to recruit all of them, and I haven't yet. That's only... Stacks up. Yeah. I wonder though, in a group setting, if we could make it go faster. Because, you know, teammates are also allies. There's also, if nothing else, even if you're maxing it out at the 3 stacks per kill, even. The 35 isn't divisible by, but 36 is, and 36 is 12, right? So 12 kills. And also my guy is dead because he really wanted a hug and he didn't come to me for one. And I feel jealous now, so I'm not gonna revive him. Could have had a hug for me, but instead he went and hugged the enemy. Will be nice. Could at least try to crawl towards me. Are you die? No, right? I would assume that. Can I revive you into the fire and you instantly die again? I can. Well, I feel I should be running Sadist. That should have procced Sadist. Oh, there's a whole suite of things we need to actually check with this. Because if this guy acts as my proxy, although, well, generally no, for... Oh yeah, we could try that. Although the thing would be they must have tested for that, right? Because here I have like 6 stacks or something, not even like 4 stacks. It should have a number there, how many things have actually hit it and stuff, so I can know how many marks I'm getting. Because sometimes it might be worthwhile to kind of like wait half of a second, right? And then just so that somebody else can shoot it too. I'd be curious to see this thing in a countdown or something if we can make it stack up faster. They're downstairs. The DK is actually pretty doable. Oh, it's not that one. That was that one. And it is one of these ones where it just spawns one enemy. Because if we're kind of thinking maybe, you know, like bounty cheesing or something like that. I could see this at least there being able to stack up a bunch, just spray and pray kind of thing. Because it's kind of OD-like, right? You just put the mark on something else, on something, somebody else shoots it and kills it, and you still get the rewards for it. Actually, no blueprints here? No, no. But also, actually, did I buy the blueprint cache? I'm not sure I did. I mean, we can check that. Oh yeah, let's run this out actually, because yeah, it's getting pretty late. It's already 3:30 at night. And welcome back there. This yeah, must have been indeed pretty quick. But yeah, I'm kind of going towards an ending here. Although yeah, let's first. So 662. Oh, no 666. 666 and then 6. Because yeah, next season we'll have. But what was current season's number? Actually, did I buy the blueprint thing? This might be worth doing for a second. Not sure I bought the blueprint thing yet, but okay, so we already have all these. So wait, is it just the gear sets? Or did that also come in with? Did we already have that? Either way. Oh, they have all the rest. Wait, we don't even have access to Journey? Like Season Pass I get. Like usually we don't have access to Season Pass, but and no event timeline, but we don't have access to Journey? But the Journey steps are there though. That's odd. Yeah, I think the medic can, but only if you have the support station down, I think. Or is it just in a... can I read this text even before I recruited them? Yeah, so this one can revive. But I think it's only if you're in the support station. But all of them can revive if you're just down. There, I got hugged. which is, you know, my own fault. I wonder actually if deflector shield would count, because deflector shield usually as well doesn't count as, doesn't work in that way, in the same way that, for instance, refactor doesn't count for it. But that might actually lean towards it being an ally, right? Or maybe being considered as an ally's damage. We could actually try that. Oh, I do have the equalizer already. Yeah, that might have been it. Might have been actually part of that other cache. Yeah, so we have equalizer here. Wait, does this mean, because likely the only thing I'm missing then, though maybe is it here? I already forgot the name of this gear set and its icon and that it exists. Oh no, so this is already in here. So what's the missing 6 here then? Still a chest and a backpack, right? By the look of things. 2 backpacks. One AR. At least for the count. Oh, 2 new ones here as well, of course. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, this will be, yeah. I'll just, if I don't get all the overdogs I need, we'll just wait for this. That's of course going to be a handy thing moving forward. Is at least when we pass the season, we can craft more here. Was the weapon for the season? Shroud. So what's the 6th item? Because 1 AR. Oh no, 1 AR, 2 backpacks, 1 chest, 2. So it's whatever this chest and backpack duo is, and that AR one was, I think, Lexington, right? Which was blueprinted but not really granted through anything. Which kind of sucks. So yeah, we still won't be max number next season, which is annoying. Oh yeah, let me catch up here one last time. We're gonna round out here. I'm gonna send everybody on the Twitch end off raiding in a minute. Let me actually go and find somebody for us to raid. We're way later than I usually am, so let's see if we have anybody available. Let's look in the category. I see a name there, but we've already rated them earlier this week. Let me see if we have any. I guess we go with Manny. Yeah, let me catch you up here fully. Rage ran some reason the set falls into the same brain. Yeah, that might be asking too much of it. Yeah, I'm trying to think, how would you fix this? Because what you really need is for it at the start to be more than at the end. Which it still kind of is, because it's just weapon damage and it's additive to itself. So the first few stacks are worth more, but it feels really weak at the start. Where Striker just 1 mag in, of course, already has, you know, gets going. As this will be very interesting, like if we had leagues or stuff, right? This would be like a go-to for that. Because you can just get all the kills and then the stacks last long enough, and the weapon damage is pretty powerful. I'm curious to see actually trying it out with Headhunter as well. But yeah, it is weapon damage. How much was Virtuoso at max stacks? Because wasn't Virtuoso like 80? Because yeah, it wasn't 160, right? Like, I remember it being 40 and 80, or hard to, well, this. What did I make there? Oh. Oh yeah, so it was 20, 20, and then doubled to 80. And this is like a lot more than that. This is 105 without the backpack and 175 with the backpack. At max stacks. But this was the thing with Virtuoso as well. Virtuoso was just too annoying to get going in stacks. And then even when you did, it wasn't powerful enough. This thing, at least, once you get it going, it can be powerful enough. But getting there is painful. We have to try it in a group. Because yeah, if we can get much more consistent workability in groups, then yeah, it's like the inverse Hunter's Fury, right? It's like Hunter's Fury works really well solo. You get all the kills. It matters there. Here, it doesn't matter if we get the kill. We only need the mark and then the kill to happen. So it's inverse on kill, basically. Yeah, we need to try it in a group. We'll try tomorrow. Yeah, let me catch up here. And data ranking, yeah. There's the medic station, not yet actually. I didn't run into many medics, and just we'll mess around with it though. It's journey open up. So yeah. I'll be back tomorrow as well, of course, as well. Go most of the day tomorrow. I'll basically, well, I need to do some work stuff. I also need to do some photo stuff actually, but I'm gonna do that Sunday. And to do some work stuff, and likely maybe at like 4 or 5 even I can jump on. And then tomorrow we'll start putting together a spreadsheet, kind of as we always do with the PTS numbers, and then just we'll have the gear set in there, the brand set, especially looking at, you know, unit alloy against, you know, Cheska, Grupo, stuff like that. Looking at the holster alongside of it, and then work our way to the gear set, and then we need to also look at. I already forgot what the other weapon was. What was the other weapon? Oh yeah. Actually, this one is also pretty interesting. This could be pretty cool. Just hitting 8 headshots. And then we can be basically a headshot repair skill hybrid, and kind of be with this. And this will be helped a lot that we now have smart cover. Like the go-to for this will be to have it on a build where we hybridize it a little bit with smart cover and such. Oh, this one already has a skin slot even as well. I didn't notice the Tempest now also has a skin slot. Although the Tempest always have a skin slot even since introduction. Wars with it doesn't listen tomorrow. Also, you can see the just on your screen if you complete them accidentally. Yeah, I saw some of them pop up, but we can't. We likely only have access to like Journey 2, right? So we won't have the ability to open it to have the other journey steps. Or are all the I didn't pay attention to if there was multiple journeys there available. Yeah. Yeah, let's send everybody off as I'm kind of almost just I'm leaning more and more forward, and I feel my head is about to like hit the desk, and just suddenly it turns into ASMR snoring stream. But yeah, let's not do that. Let's go instead raid Manny as they're doing some their title says retaliation, but they are a liar. They're in the master mission. I need to still do the 2 master missions as well, actually, on main account. So we might even jump once I kind of get tired of doing some number crunching and stuff on PTS. We'll like maybe like towards the end of the evening we'll jump to wait, endurance mask? Oh, the packed prestige. The season track is not in here. I was like for a second, because I said I was very confused as to why here it like, but also yeah, it's the packed prestige bronze and endurance mask. Endurance was one of the apparels of this season with the season pass. I was like, wait, why is this back here? But they basically haven't put in the new season pass yet. Just as yeah, it kind of depends on if some of the other later journeys are available, because it might be handy to kind of have an idea already of like how hard the journey is going to be. But also, from what I was seeing there, I was going through a journey step pretty quickly, but with this season as well, some of them you had to do and stuff, but they've been decent nowadays with that anyway, so it's not too tedious. So we have a skin slot in PTS, forgot to check. I mean, it is on the table for a skin, right? So oh, not here yet. Any ones that we're not accustomed to? I'm just quickly checking if what else does have a... Does the Tempest always have a skin slot? I noticed in the main game is also there, but... Or am I dumb? Is there already a skin for it? No, right? That I forgot about. Yeah, it's also in the current game now, right? But this wasn't there before, like the most recent patch, right? Or am I? I could actually check with my Tempest video. I could, yeah. Did you? Oh, the deflector doesn't work well. Good to know. Surprising though, actually, because you would think it would. Yeah, let me catch up one last time. I missed anything else? Yeah. Yeah, let's send everybody off to Manny, who's no longer debriefing Schaefer. He's instead debriefing, going to go debrief Captain, Sergeant, Mr. Master, Sister Twister. Whatever the guy's name. Yeah, my brain's gone. Let's send everybody off here. Also, actually, yeah, for those that may have missed it, the Blacklisters video went up today. I did make that basically in the morning. You can kind of tell that I'm not fully awake in the video in places, but Hopefully not too noticeable. But yeah, that went up because I wanted to have that up, and because otherwise the channel was not taken care of for a while. So yeah, feel free to give that a watch if you're interested in that. But the conclusion of it is the Blacklister. It's decent, but it's unbalanced thing in a world of imbalance. You know, in a world of overdogs, a balanced thing doesn't see much use, but it's at least interesting. So kudos to them for that, for an extra item there. And I'll be back tomorrow. I'll likely jump on as soon as I kind of have my work stuff done, which might be around like 3-ish or 4-ish or 5-ish. Well, let's say 5-ish because I'm gonna first eat and stuff, and then we'll jump on for a pretty long stream tomorrow. So yeah, hope to catch some of you in the future. But thank you all for joining me now. And as always, have a good night.